Welcome to Inside the Firm, a podcast dedicated to small business owners and hosted by entrepreneurs, Alex Gore and Lance Cayko. Each week, they take you on their journey of how to start, run, and grow a business by bringing you inside their architecture and real estate development firm. Get a behind-the-scenes tour of how these business leaders manage their clients and foster company culture while creating new and innovative projects. And now your hosts, Alex Gore and Lance Cayko.
Welcome to deep Inside the Firm with your host, Al Gore, and your co-host, Lance Cayko. It's a happy Friday. When we're recording this, I hope you're having a great day. And to jump right into it, if you're not having a good day, it's probably because you're sad because your Revit skills are terrible. And you're like, oh, all my peers are better than me, and I don't know what I'm doing, so I don't have great confidence. So that goes into your love life.
Oh, everybody else is using Revit, but me, I'm using AutoCAD still like a crazy person.
Your personal life. I think your children see you differently. Like they know what's going on. They're like, ugh, that's not working out for you. So if you want to change all of that, you can by going to RevitRocketShip.com, where yours truly teaches you Revit from a ground up, fundamental approach to model like it gets built with our template systems, all that broken down into nice digestible segments. Guaranteed, if you don't like it or if it's not for you, we'll give you your money back. Go check it out, RevitRocketShip.com.
We only have 2.5 months left in this year, but there's still plenty of time to jump on the ArcCAT train and find all of the content that you need. That's right. Go to arccat.com today to check out all of the building information models that they have in there, many of which yours truly has made and for ArcCAT from all kinds of different manufacturers. So whether you're looking for a window, a door, a table, flooring, walls, you name it, they will have it for all of your Reviting needs. They also have specs. And don't forget to check out Spec Wizard, their patented tool to help you, who has maybe never made a spec for your project specifications. They'll make that happen. So go to arccat.com. That's ARCAT.com today.
All right. I jumped you in line. I want to talk about some tips that can immediately help your business, whether it's architecture, engineering, something else. So I made these changes and instantly saw a result, right? If you're at home, go to f9productions.com so that you can see what I'm talking about. If not, I'll describe it. If you're driving, don't do any of this. The first thing that I did was we had on each one of our pages beforehand, we had a contact on the bottom. But I finally made a contact page. And you might say, Al, you're dumb. And I'm like, yeah, I know. It was working out before. Can't believe that we didn't have it. And on that page, I have 2 different ways to get a hold of us. Right? And it says, get in touch. One is tell us about your project. You fill in your name, your email, your phone number, your project location, your construction budget, which you don't have to. Like some of them are starred that you have to, some that you don't. When would you like to designing? And then tell us a little bit about your project. I had 3 contacts this week.
Incredible.
And then on the other side of that same page is, hey, talk to us. Schedule a time to talk. Click on the link below. Let us know your phone number, when you'd like to call, blah, blah, we'll reach out to you. And it's just a button that says book a call. And you click on that and it links to my Calendly account where people can schedule. On Sunday, I woke up. I don't know what I was doing. Probably something cool, like cleaning my garage.
Probably something awesome like that. Yeah. Maybe he was like in his dad sweatpants. With the sweatpants were tucked into his socks. Probably.
It wasn't that. Well, okay, time out. I did get a new NDSU sweater and sweatpants to match. And so they're both gold. They're awesome, right? And we'd go out, and I wore theirs the whole weekend because my wife gave it to me on Friday. So like from Friday to Monday morning, I wore this.
Yes.
And then it was decent out, so I wore sandals with my socks. And I go, hun, I know this is a dad move, but I feel like this is the right way to go. Yeah. And she said, you do you. You do you.
Boo, you do you.
You do you. So getting back on Sunday, while I was in that awesome outfit.
He just described it.
Sandals with socks and everything. I had 2 meetings set up and 3 contacts. They scheduled the meeting for me. It popped up because that's how Calendly works.
It's the best. So,
it was awesome.
You know what? You know what it really is. The coolest part about it is, besides all the automated stuff, is it's like a happy little surprise every time. Honestly, because sometimes I'll forget about texting somebody the link or emailing them or whatever, and then all of a sudden I'll see on my email pop up blah blah blah, schedule a meeting, and then they'll put in the notes and I'll be like, oh cool, they want to have a meeting, awesome, got a sales meeting.
Yep. And the difference between that page, our previous page, which was okay because it had a fill out form, and some others where you have to click on that button and then find either like their little tiny fill out form or maybe their number or their email address. Some people only have a number and not an email address. I can tell you, I don't like to contact those people. I think we were talking last time, or actually we were talking today about sprinklers. I just wanted to email 3 sprinkler people.
Yes.
And tell them
that
the
was
situation.
me. That was me and you.
Yep. I don't want to call each one of them. I ain't going to do that.
Some people, I mean, just give them the option.
Yeah.
Have both.
Have both.
But don't have a fax number on there.
Don't have. You know our stupid contracts. I delete that now. I need to delete it from the contract. That stupid fax number on there, from the template. Anyways, as long as you're doing that, friendly reminder: update your firm photos. And I only say that because we just did that. No other reason than we just did that. So friendly reminder to do that. Did you see some of them?
Yes.
They look great.
No, they look fantastic. I'm so happy with the website. And like, to be fair, Al, my photo it was a photo of me and my wife and 3 kids, fourth one's in the bedroom sleeping. Right after we built our house, it was like,
come on, I ain't coming to your family photo.
I ain't coming to your family photo. She's like, nope, I'm tired we're out of the hotel, moving in this new house. The new photo that's up on is Eastwatch House, and the website just looks clean. It just looks clean. Our social media manager, Callie Banks, took a look at it. She gave us some she's been great giving us some tips about just having a fresh eye on it. So I'm really thrilled with it. And actually, I'm going to piggyback on top.
I was going to say the photos look great, but the website also looks great too. So
yeah, the photos look good. So maybe we can kind of get into this too, but I'm going to piggyback on top of Alex here for a second if he's done with this. That is, so in addition to tweaking your website so that it has that kind of a contact button, and again, if you go to just contact us, take a look at it, here's what I think everybody else should be doing as well, because I always look at our competition. And I mean, once a month minimum, I'm looking at our competition. I'll set up a VPN on my phone or my laptop or something, so where they don't it's Google can't tell it's me searching, and then I'll see what pops up, right?
Yep.
So I looked at our competition, and one thing that they don't have right now is they don't have appointments clicked or turned on their Google business page.
So if you are our competition, don't listen to this or anything we do.
Just shut this off right now.
Podcast, delete.
Delete it. Throw it in the garbage.
Go ahead and buy yourself a sweatsuit outfit. That's cool. But everything else, throw in the trash.
Actually, buy Revy Rock. Go to RevyRockShit.com, sign up first, get all that out of the way. Then you can
I still don't want them to do it because it'll make them better.
It will make them better.
But that's all right. I'm for the industry.
So here's what you should do, okay? If you what you want to do is you want to turn on bookings, okay? So our provider for bookings, our scheduling provider. So Calendly is one of the supported scheduling providers. So you got to make sure you got to have Calendly. If you don't have Calendly, you can double check and you can take a look. You can go to google.com/maps/reserve/partners. That's google.com/maps/reserve/partners, and you can find and see what booking program works for you, right? So for us, Google or Calendly works. What you want to do is you want to go into and turn on bookings. So you go to if you're on your computer, you can sign into Google My Business, okay, and then you click on, and then from that menu click on bookings, and then from there, then you'll have the option to sign up with the provider of your choice, and it automatically will schedule it, and you'll be able to go in your Calendly app, and then you can pick which one. So for the one that they can pick off of the website, for me, for the Google listing, for me, it is, if we just click on it, like if you just Googled F9 Productions right now and you looked at our little Google listing, there's appointments. It says calendly.com and it goes right to you could book like a web meeting with me, 15 minutes.
You know what? Can I just suggest that I don't know if there's a length issue, but you could change it to this or something like this: 15-minute web or phone meeting. And then you could still have with F9, but I think give them the option, because some people, like, oh, I don't want to get on it. I just want to talk to this guy.
Give them the option.
There you go.
Yep.
Web or a phone meeting.
Yep. Exactly.
Cool. Great tip.
But back to the photos. So what we did. So today we took Alex and I. We did something. We'll get into that. But the biggest thing we did was we took another round of firm photos. So we wanted to get. We have like 3 or 4 new staff members that are not on our website. We want to get their faces out in front of everybody, so everybody knows now that everybody's booking online and they're starting to research you that way. Your presence is so important. So we had Bill, who is our carpenter, but also our lead foreman at our construction crew, but he's also a videographer. So he came out, took all kinds of firm photos, and then we did some filming today.
Right. So we started filming the Architect as Builder course. It has been a process to kind of put things together and actually start filming it, but it went absolutely great. We're probably, by my guess, only a third of the way through it. We filmed for about 4 hours. Not that all of those 4 hours will be, in there. It'll be spliced down, put together nicely. The guy's actually a film producer, so that will be great. And we talked about a couple subjects. First one was how to win the client. If you're going to go from architect to builder, what to do to win that client and how to guarantee yourself profit, how contracts and warranties works, kind of that high-level pre-build stuff. How to set up a project, how to set yourself up for success, the structure behind what's actually going to happen. Bidding and the budget. We talked about bidding and the budget, and then finally scheduling. And what was great was the film guy is also one of our foremans. And Lance said, "Hey, did you learn anything?" And he goes, "Yeah, absolutely." And he goes, "And I learned all the stuff you guys do when I just think you're, at the office on, Twitter.
Twitter, making memes." That's what he said.
Yeah, exactly. So the term, I don't know. There's a lot of office work, back work that needs to be done to make it critical for success, and we help lay that out simply, easily, and give you example templates and files and all that to do that, and then break down the process for you. We still got two more large segments to do. Those were four parts in one segment in the pre-build kind of, and then we'll release it, and hopefully you'll enjoy it. Honestly, I think it's easily, we haven't narrowed down on a price. I know we talked about it earlier, but if you do this and then line up a project, not only is it going to make it easier and better, but you're gonna 10x any money that you put in.
You're gonna 10x your money. You're gonna 10x your experience. You're gonna 10x your confidence. I just can't.
Yeah.
I just think that's so important to be, like little Al over here. He's so confident when he's got a big bad contractor trying to bark down, blah blah blah. I've got all this experience, and I was like, look, let me just tell you about what I'm building right now.
Yeah, but it's already stressful to build.
Yeah,
and there's already a lot of stuff that you may not know, even though you've been in this for a while. So lowering that stress is going to help you make better decisions, and it's going to help your quality of life. If you want to get on the wait list or anything, just email me, akg@f9productions.com. Again, akg@f9productions.com. Anyone on that list will get a discount above and beyond, anything, the initial offer or anything like that. So there's your incentive to at least get yourself on the wait list if you're considering. It doesn't mean that you have to do it or anything like that. Just if you do it, then you get a special discount that not anyone else is going to get. akg@f9productions.com.
Yes.
Or go to our website if you can't remember that. And just, you'll find our
You'll find out how to contact us.
Yeah.
There's ways. You'll figure it out. Al.
Yes.
Can you believe
No.
that we have moved from boom towns to Zoom towns?
Mm.
Have you heard about this?
Nope. But
It's so gimmicky. I love it, and I knew you'd love it too. So last week's episode, we talked about this too, about how we're doing the most mountain houses at one time that we ever have. My wife, the kind of people and the people that where they're from, that are moving to our area, are from what we suspected, these large urban areas, COVID, the civil unrest, all of these different reasons. Well, first there were boom towns, now there are Zoom towns. So there's this fantastic article on Fast Company right now.
Where are these Zoom towns?
Oh, let me tell you about it. There's honestly some of the statistics are literally mind-blowing. The coronavirus pandemic is leading to a new phenomenon, a migration to gateway communities. So what is a gateway community, Al? Or small towns near major public lands and ski resorts, as people's jobs increasingly become remote friendly. This is straining the town's resources and putting pressure on them to adapt. A new paper
already since the beginning of this year, or maybe this has been since a while ago.
He's got so many good questions today. A new paper published it'll get answered. A new paper published in the Journal of American Planning Association shows that the populations in these communities were already growing before COVID-19 hit, leading to some problems traditionally thought as urban issues, like lack of affordable housing, availability of public transit, congestion, and income inequality. And while COVID-19 has accelerated the friction, the study suggests that urban planners can help places adjust. There has been a drastic increase in remote work since March. When the pandemic hit the U.S., nearly 60% of employees are now working remotely, full-time or part-time. Let me repeat that. Nearly 60% of employees are now working remotely or full or part-time. That's insane. According to a recent Gallup poll, nearly 2/3 of employers who have been working remotely would like to continue doing so, according to that same poll. That would seemingly give workers a lot more flexibility when it comes to where they call home. Gateway communities in the West had already been feeling a strain, according to Danya Runmore, an assistant professor at the University of Utah, who led the study. It looked at towns that had less than 25,000 people, were within 10 miles of a national park, monument, forest, lake, or river, and at least 15 miles from a census-designated urban area. They identified 1,522 towns that fit this description, conducted in-depth interviews with public officials from 25 of those communities, then surveyed an additional 333 officials. Quote, one of the most striking results is the extent to which housing affordability and cost of living issues are a concern in the gateway communities across the West, end quote, says Rumor. Quote, more than 80% of survey respondents from towns of all shapes and sizes says that housing affordability is moderately to extremely problematic for their community. Second homes and short-term rentals were a main cause of concern. The local workforce is simply priced out. People who work here can no longer afford to work here, said one community development director. Places like Sandpoint, Idaho, which is located on a lake and near a popular ski resort, had already begun to see increased migration over the past 5 to 10 years. Now it's bracing for even more remote workers due to COVID-19, says Rumor, who is from Sandpoint and is currently looking into how the virus is affecting these gateway communities. The question is whether they can adapt to the aforementioned big city challenges and develop sustainably. Many are experimenting with a range of possible ways to do so, like encouraging accessory dwelling units, relaxing land use zoning regulations, developing publicly owned land for affordable housing, and increasing access to public transit and bike lanes, according to the study. However, many of the communities lack the staff and resources to get ahead of the curve, especially in a crisis. One interviewee in the study acknowledged his community was in a major period of growth and needed to get ahead of the curve, but, quote, we didn't have the design guidelines in place, end quote. So Runmore launched an effort called the Gateway and Natural Amenity Region Initiative to help. It's also known as NAR. NAR is of course. That's exactly what you need to make it sound like. Oh, good grief. Why do people do this? NAR is in the process of launching an online toolkit which will provide basic urban planning information these communities need, like case studies, model ordinances. While the name Zoomtown is a wink to the past, the researchers wrote in the paper that these communities with big city problems might just be a peek into the future as valuable laboratories for novel planning approaches and planning innovation. Question to you, Al.
Answer.
How, if you, let's say your firm was in Utah,
Yep.
how would you be trying to capitalize on this kind of migration?
I would have, since the beginning, listened to Inside the Firm and thus got some of the strong tips. And one of the biggest one was have great reviews online, so anyone that's searching finds you and your great reviews.
Well, what if they want to get in touch with you? Then what should you do? Is there anything on your website? Maybe
Put a phone number in the bottom right corner, have the background blue, and then have that text color a dark blue because it kind of matches in gracefully. And then also don't have an email address. Or maybe make a Calendly link and then also a fill out form and make it clear and obvious, clean and simple.
Yeah, and actually,
that one.
now that we talked about that, here, so I want to go back to this Google My Business. So if you don't have a Google page, you should, right? You should have because that's literally the new white pages and the yellow pages. And it's been like that for almost two decades at this point. Like it's 2020. So once you're in your account, what you do is you go to then info on the left-hand side, and then you can go, and then you'll scroll down. So scroll down, and then you'll see appointment links. And that's where you can add, like Al was saying, you can add an appointment link to click on the little Calendly thing. So I'm going to take Al's advice and actually, what did you think I should do? Because I can add 2 here. Did you know that?
Well, a web or phone. Web or phone.
Okay. Right now, in real time, I'm not joking, I'm going to add, just so everybody knows how easy it is. Let's see, a web meeting. Boom. There's my 15-minute phone call. Okay. So I'm hitting apply. I don't know how long it'll take to update or anything like that. And let me see here. If I go to, now I'm just going to go to Google and see if it updated. Let's see, F9 Productions. Let's check it out. And was it that fast? It wasn't that fast, but it will. I know it's going to happen. It's going to happen soon enough. Google's going to figure it out. But it was easy, right? So just to recap for everybody to do it, because they should do it. Your website is different because Al mostly manages the website and he uses Weebly and he's got it all figured out. But if you just have a Google business thing, sign into your account, go to info, then scroll down, then you can do the appointment links. Oh, it's reviewing. That's why it even says it's reviewing. But then you can add the appointment links in. Make that happen. That's all I got for today, Al. This is a short day.
That's all right. It was packed with a lot of powerful information.
Powerful.
Yep. So to recap, be cool and don't be a loser. And get RevitRocketShip.com if you don't know Revit or trying to up your game or you're kind of flimsy at it. And that's all I got. That's all I got to say.
What I have is check out our social media. If you are on Facebook, why don't you just go check out F9 Productions? And I'm supposed to give the handles out because one of our employees was making fun of me because I guess I'm a boomer. So on Facebook, it's at F9 Productions Inc. is our handle. That's at F9 Productions Inc. All one word. I'm going to go to Twitter and figure that out. For Twitter, we are, I think it's just at F9 Productions. Am I that cool? Yep, at F9 Productions. Follow us on the Twitter. Let me see if I can do Instagram. Instagram, if you aren't following us there, please do. Instagram, what do we got? Inside the Firm. Just go to at Inside the Firm. Check us out. Actually, it's at ITF_podcast. Please follow us. Also, if anybody hasn't linked in with me, you should link in with me because you know what? Here's what I'm going to leave you guys with.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to leave you with, I've been trying to write some super positive stuff on there recently. Let me see if I can go to my activity and find out what I said earlier that people really seem to like. Let's see here. What was it? I've been liking stuff. Okay. Here's what I have to leave you guys with for this week, okay? So ponder this over the weekend, okay? Think about it. Marriage is hard. Divorce is hard. Choose your heart. Being in debt is hard. Being financially disciplined is hard. Choose your hard. Life will never be easy. It will always be hard. But we can choose our hard. Choose wisely. See you next week.